All right, ladies and gents, Wits and Brains here. Casey and Catherine together again here on Lucky 13. And we are talking about Shark Week. Shark Week. So, how are you feeling, Casey? Do you feel like a shark?
I do feel like a shark. And funny enough, the first thing that came to my head was, I'm happy we're talking about this after I went on vacation because if I was in the ocean thinking about Shark Week, I'd have an issue.
Right. So I'm talking to you from Florida right now, and I was in the ocean with a person and a shark fin, great big. I'm sure it was a great white. Shark fin literally went between us.
No way.
Yeah, I was like, well, in my head, I was like 2 inches, but I was probably like 4 feet from it, but it was humongo. So, yeah, it was not pretty. I was not pretty getting out of the ocean. There was no delicateness to me. So let's talk Shark Week. Let's talk about our competitors and dominating our industry and not apologizing for it.
I love it.
Have you ever had a competitor that you like? I know. I've had a competitor.
I have.
And I really like them. And, you know, I took a client and there was a moment where I felt like maybe that wasn't sweet, maybe that wasn't nice, but I literally fit with the client better than that competitor did.
And if that's what it is, it's what it is. It's business.
Right. It is business. I love that you added that because it is business. And we're in shark. Let's take a whole week and be a shark and see how that feels.
So how are you a shark?
Well, I go in and I jump in. That's what I do. I do a lot of thinking and planning and all that good stuff. But I think what I do as a shark is I jump in. Like right now, I'm doing a training program that in my head will dominate the industry. And I'm not sorry for that. I don't feel embarrassed. I don't feel embarrassed that I feel that way. I know my stuff is the best. So dominate the industry. So what about yourself? How do you see yourself? What do you do?
So, for me, last night I went to this new place. Well, it's newer. I think it's like 7 months old, but it was my first time there. And the owners were very intertwined with like what was going on. They were very active, which I appreciated. But before I would have just been like, oh, hey, like I'm just another person. But I overheard him talking about how they were hoping to get more exposure in their location because a lot of people are like, oh, we didn't even know you were here. So I just, like you said, I just went in and I was like, hey, I overheard you, I'm not trying to like get into your business. However, I'd love to just sit down and chat with you about how you can get more exposure. Like that's what I do. And he's like, oh, that would be perfect. And had I not just gone in, I wouldn't have a meeting with him, So you have to do it. You can't just wait around, or someone else is going to come in and take the bait.
Absolutely. I love that. So I would say for people who are maybe uncomfortable with this, go to your gym and get on the treadmill and listen to the conversations and do exactly what you just did. Because I have been on the treadmill and I will hear someone say, oh, my workforce this, oh, my workforce that. Well, my specialty is dealing with the workforce. And so get in there and jump in and be a person that instead of being scattered, because it's so easy in business to get scattered because when I get off here with you, I have 752 things to do by the end of the day and probably 2,000 people, exaggerating, to talk to. But to be the shark, I need to focus. capital letters, bold red, focus. Because, just picture a shark. I mean, they're swimming around and they know what they want to eat and what they want to attack. And that's what you want to do in business. You want to, eat. Yes, you want to eat and attack, and it's okay. It's okay. Because like you said, it's business.
Yeah.
So,
and I think even like, aside from, going after, we'll call it your prey or your client, I think it even goes beyond that to, you have mentioned that you're doing a training program. Within your business, you also have to attack. Like you said, there's 1,000,005 things that you have to do, but you just got to go for it. Do it. Just stop putting it to the side, do it. And that builds confidence, So when you act, you're like, oh, I can do this. And then you do the next thing. And then it just keeps getting bigger and better. And, you progress. And the next thing you know, you're doubling the size of your business and all kinds of good stuff.
So good. I love that. I love that, because so many people will say, and I'm sure you hear it, they're like, oh, this is hard. Because you've mentioned before, you've had clients who doing the videos are hard. And I will say, like, my thing in videos, but, go get a new client. This is hard. And anyway, I will say this time next year, we will crack up, because it will not be hard. What we're working on today will seem so baby simple.
Yeah.
It will just dominate that industry. That's what sharks are for. And you will get to 5 months, 18 months, whatever. You will go farther and you will say, oh, you know what? My shark is different now.
Yeah. And I think when, people think of sharks, they're like, oh, they're these vicious creatures in the ocean.
Yes.
I challenge people to think of them as like respectable creatures, because I'm sure that when you were standing in the water and you were 4 feet from that shark, you respected that space and got out of the way.
Oh, every ounce of my body was saying respect to that shark.
Yeah. And when you carry yourself a certain way and you, like I said, when you build that confidence through action, people start respecting you, and it's a good thing. It's, you don't want people to do it out of fear, but you want people to do it because you know your stuff, you know what you're doing, you know what you're after, and you do it. You do the damn thing.
Do the damn thing, and you do it with some power.
Yes.
And let me just add, for all of our little viewers, this is not a male or female thing.
Absolutely
it's not. It's an internal thing. Do I feel like a shark? You better believe I feel like a shark. And I'm sure someone around me feels like I'm a shark.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. And whoever is out there feeling like it's a gender thing, then that's what you need to work on right now, because you're never going to get to the shark point. People are not going to respect you. I love that you added that word. People are not going to respect you unless you do the damn thing in business.
Absolutely.
I mean, on your marketing, you probably make people uncomfortable all the time.
No way.
You make people uncomfortable all the time, but that's you doing your job.
Yeah.
They're not hiring you to hold their hand, and they're not hiring you to make them, I just said the words industry dominance. They're not hiring you to make them second or 10th or whatever. No, it's about being a shark and dominating.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love that you brought up power.
Yeah.
Like, to me, so my word this year is empowered.
Oh.
So when you said that, I was like, what steps am I doing to feel empowered or to feel powerful? If I could get it out, powerful.
Sometimes sharks cannot talk. It's okay.
Well, for some reason that the baby shark song just
I know. That's how we should intro this.
oh my goodness, that would be people would burn it off because once you hear that song, like they just
You can't get
like,
away. Right. Hey, maybe that's us saying it's okay to be a baby shark.
absolutely, it
Okay.
absolutely is. Yeah. I mean, being a baby shark is better than being like a little minnow swimming around like Dory, like doo doo doo. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes. Be a baby shark. Be a shark this big rather than being, the weak, whatever. Don't apologize for the industry dominance. I'm loving those words together.
Yeah.
We are industry dominators. That makes us sharks. And you don't have to just be a shark in your little surroundings either. Sharks swim. Sharks move out. They move out or they go out of town. They go to a different continent. We can be sharks anywhere. As long as we know our shit and we're ready to do the damn thing, like you just said, do it with quality. And there you are.
Yes. And from a marketing perspective, I love that analogy because, sharks live in certain types of waters. And as the, environment changes, like you said, they migrate to different places. And I think as business owners, it's so important for us to stay ahead of that and to understand our environment and to be able to be futuristic and look at, okay, it might be a seasonal thing. Like during this time of year, things shift this way. So go that way. Don't wait to catch up. Be in front of it.
Right. It made me think of, I have a training on being a global leader. And a lot of people will say, oh, I don't need to do that part of the training because I have one store or one, whatever. And I'll say, but you were just talking about getting 2 stores. Okay, you may not be in Africa if you're an American. You may not be in Israel if you're, but you are talking about growing. And the shark has to move, like you just said, to different spaces. And that's being a global leader.
Yeah, and you can't deny the fact that if you're taking a training on global anything, you're going to learn something that you can apply to the 1 store or the 2 stores, or, just because you don't operate on several continents does not mean that you can't utilize that information.
Right. And the shark is global. The shark is growth.
And the shark is also known worldwide.
Yes.
Like when we talk about respect, I mean, you can't go anywhere that has water where people don't know the shark is.
That's right. That's right. And all types of diverse people can respect the shark. And let's talk about fear. Some people might be scared of the shark.
Yeah.
And for people in business, there are certain people you might be a little scared of. I mean, you may not go into the fetal position in a room or something because you're scared, but walking up to certain people might be a little intimidating. And the shark goes. The shark walks up.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll ask my clients, who is someone you need to know? Who is someone you need to talk to and have a conversation? And they'll come up with a list before they know what I'm going to tell them to do. And then I'll say, you have to set a meeting with that person.
And they're not like, what?
Yeah, they say not very nice things to me. And then, but I've never had anyone not learn from an appointment like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, sharks hang out with sharks.
How about that?
Here we are, 2 sharkies, and we're hanging out.
I feel like I need like a little mascot.
Yes. We need 2 little sharkies hanging out, consistently growing. What more do you want?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Be a
So
shark, hang out with sharks.
I think that Casey and Catherine have accepted that they're sharks, ladies and gentlemen. And if you would like to hire some sharks and become more sharkier,
More
contact
sharky.
us. Contact us because we are ready to grow your businesses.
Absolutely.
All right. So this was 13 with Wits and Brains with Kathy and Catherine. And our next one has to deal with, our next one is about ignorance. So we went from Shark Week. Now we're going to talk about ignorance is bliss. And come and enjoy, come and laugh, and just try 1 week of being a shark and see how it feels. See if it feels natural. All right. Thanks, Casey.
Thank you. Looking forward to episode 14.